Anyone who grows plants knows that, with sufficient light and water, they will grow, and when plants are grown in pots, there comes a point where it will need to be transplanted or moved to a pot that will be sufficient for continued growth. Transplanting is a vital part of growing plants in pots because if you leave a plant in a pot that is too small for too long a duration, it will become root-bound, which is when a plant's roots continue to wind around the pot, strangling itself in the process. So what you'll need is a plant to be transplanted, a pot that is larger than your current pot, and some potting soil. You can also use fertilizer if you wish, but that is optional. When deciding whether a plant needs to be transplanted or not, you can look at the size of the plant in relation to the size of the pot, and if the plant is way larger in proportion to the pot, that could be a sign. Another indicator would be to look at the drainage holes in the bottom, and if there are roots coming out, that would be another indicator that it's time to transplant your plant. Generally, when transplanting, it is recommended that you move up one pot size at a time. For example, if you had a 4-inch pot, you would move up to a 5 or a 6-inch pot, not a 12. And I chose to move up to a 6 because this plant is already fairly large for the 4-inch pot. You don't want to move up to too large a pot, or else the plant will have trouble adapting. And always ensure that your new pot has drainage holes to allow excess water somewhere to go. Once you have chosen your new pot, you're going to want to add some potting soil to the bottom of your pot. Once you have added some, you're going to want to check to see where your plant will sit in the pot. That looks a little low, so I'm going to add a little more. And that looks good. You're just going to make that a little compact. You're going to want to make sure that your plant is planted at the same level it was before, and leave a little space at the top of the pot. When you are sure your plant will fit in its new pot, gently remove the plant from its current container. You can do so by rolling the sides of the pot, or making sure to hold on to the plant, flipping the pot upside down, and gently tapping the pot. Once your plant is removed, check to see that the bottom has not become root bound. If it has, gently break apart some roots. Some breakage is alright and will promote new growth, but be sure not to break it up too much. Now that your plant is ready to go, place it in the pot, and you can fill up around the edges with potting soil. You're going to want to make sure to compact the soil around the edges of the plant so as not to leave any air pockets in the soil. Watering after transplanting is essential for a smooth transition. However, there is such a thing as too much love, so make sure not to overwater.